And here we are. We're live. Welcome to Good Turn Daily. And I hope everybody is well. I have my earworm, Mark the Gentleman Word Turner.
Howdy.
Thanks. I have put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to hop in and be part of the earworm and chat live, you're more than welcome to. Looks like Tommy is in. Tommy, welcome. We've got Robert, Mr. Hodgepodge Woodworks is in. And John is in.
I'll call them out as they come in.
All right. So we'll switch this. Get the green screen on. And here I am. Scary as I am.
He looks cold, doesn't he? Bless him. Because he's told me how cold it is in there, and I know how cold he is.
It's currently, oh, it jumped. It is now 38 degrees in my shop.
Jumped a whole degree.
Wow. And actually, it's probably because I lifted the heater.
Yeah.
Man,
You need to move to Florida.
You know, that's not a bad idea. Florida actually has some pretty cool wood there.
Yeah.
In Tommy's workshop, it's 1 Celsius, which...
About 33.
Ooh. Hey, we got Johnny B.
Hey.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Not bad, yourself?
Hey, Johnny.
Not too bad.
Hey, Mark.
What you up to?
Oh, not too bad. Just, yeah, just play. I am just doing a test right now.
Yeah, we're kind of having a hard time hearing you. Can you move the mic a little closer to your mouth?
Yeah, I will. Here in a second, I'm just...
And looks like we have Mr. Clive Rogerson. Clive, welcome.
Hi, Clive. Hi, Tommy. Robert. I dare say Harry's there somewhere. I love you, Beaver.
Is that better, Blair?
Yeah, that's better. I can hear you better.
That's good.
Well,
So
good.
What are you working on today?
I was just going to explain that.
Okay, sorry I beat you to it.
So, sometime in the fall, I came across a little farm that I was doing some work at. And at the farm, they had some apple trees that were cut down. And a couple weeks ago, I did a turning on some apple wood. But they also cut down a pine tree. And on the pine tree, they had these great big, huge
Cankers.
And so I've actually done one project with one of them.
They're not quite a burl, but they're like a growth on the outside, a canker.
And that's what came about from the first one that I turned.
Very nice.
Cool.
And then someday I may put that back on the lathe and hollow that out when I get a hollowing tool. Let's switch here.
Hi, Brian. Brian at Hardwood Turnings in.
Hey, Brian, welcome. Glad you could join us. So this is the gnarly bugger that we're going to be spinning around today. And like I said, it's just pine, so it's not going to be real hard or anything like that. It is pretty out of balance, so I'm hoping that we can shape it, and that kind of worries me right there, but you never know. Little spider growing in there.
I got faith in
We'll
you.
give him a whirl. So I'm going to leave this over to you guys. I'm going to start turning, and
Yep.
we'll go from there.
Cool.
So how are you doing, Mark?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Just getting ready for my live tonight.
What are you doing, Mark?
I have no clue. I haven't got a clue yet. I'm going to leave it up to the chat when I start.
Uh-oh, there goes the heater.
Now, are you a turner, Mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Fairly new to it. Doing it about 2.5 years now. That sounds like an incredibly hard piece of wood.
It's really not. This has too many bumps in it. If I can get it up to speed,
Where do you live, Mark?
Sorry, what was that?
Where do you live?
I live in the UK, Cornwall, right down the southwest coast. I'm literally half a mile from the beach on the Atlantic coast.
I'm in Ontario, Canada.
All right. So what do you do? Scroll sawing?
Yep.
Cool.
When I get a chance.
Hi, John N. Nice to see you. beating you up a bit, isn't it?
It's just a little wobbly.
Hi, Robert Dolman.
Hey, Robert.
Not too bad, John, thanks.
As soon as I can get this thing around, I think it will definitely be a little better.
Definitely be easier if you could pick up the speed a bit, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, we have 10 people watching, Blair.
Cool. Welcome, everybody.
Watch that tool rest.
Yeah, it likes to wander. It's better with the speed up.
David McClernand, Wood Turning and Crafts is in. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Hey, David, welcome. Or should I call you boss man? Oh.
Clive Rogerson says, remind me not to try and turn a canker for a few years. Just look tough, doesn't it?
It's just chunky. That's the thing. I mean, once we can get her round and have a shape on it, then it's not going to be so bad. But every time it comes around, it chunk, and so it looks worse than it is. I'm really hoping I can save this section.
Yeah.
Because that's going to really look cool.
Very.
And this too was, once it's sanded, that'll look really cool too. Cool.
Getting there.
Yep. Now, what kind of wood did you say that was again, Blair?
It's just pine.
Oh, wow. Usually it isn't that hard.
No. John N's got a question, Blair.
Yes, sir.
Says he's noticed a few people wearing gloves while turning. You asked to ask, are those anything special or just regular gloves?
No, this is like if you're gonna work on the car or something like that. And I mean, it does have like a little. It's kind of a rubber coating. Oops, here.
Yeah.
And mostly the reason why I wear it is when I'm turning and it hits the side of my hand. I have had so many splinters and things come off and hit my finger, and with that rubber coating, it doesn't do anything to my finger.
Yeah.
Also, it gives me a better grip on, the top part. And obviously, I don't need these three, but yeah, it's just preference. Some people like them. Some people will say never wear a glove. I don't know. I've always had good luck wearing it. So
Rub it up, Wood's in. Hi, rub it up.
hey, rub a dub. Rick House, welcome.
Hi, Seth.
Hello, birthday backwards.
I don't really need to take this little section off, but sometimes, it's good to have a little bit more clearance in there. But
You rub it up.
close enough. Interesting.
Very.
That sounds loose. Just when you were rubbing it, then it
No, that thing is just solid as can be.
is it really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a couple cracks in here that I kind of was concerned about, but I think we're going to be all right.
Okay.
All right. Want to give it a little bit more shape on the bottom.
Douglas Mungham's in. Not reclined. Sit it up.
Hello, Doug.
He always thinks I'm lying down on my sofa. I'm not. I'm sat up.
Throw this link into the chat again. If anybody else feels that they want to come in and hang out, you're more than welcome to. Do a little chin wag is awesome. Wow.
It's looking good, Blair.
Yeah. It's getting a nice shape to it.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to hold on to that kind of, but I'm wondering if I should bring it down a little bit more. I mean, but I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, you'll lose out on that, won't you?
Yeah. And I've lost the rim here. I don't know. That's cool in there. All right, we'll just keep going. We're
Got a question.
25 minutes into it. We've got all day.
John N's got a question. He says he's got a small 12-inch barrel to turn. Anything special that is required in order to start turning it, and also to turning it? Nothing sharp tools. Barrels are usually harder because the grain runs in
Everywhere.
various random directions. So good sharp tools, good tool presentation. Don't need anything special. Nice ball gouge. 3/8 or a ½ inch. Yeah. Don't use anything other than a ball gouge.
There. One thing that's kind of interesting on here is this is really pitchy. I'm getting a lot of sticky pine tar stuff on here. That's
All right.
Is that from the sap?
Yeah.
the sap. And you know, one of these days I will have a Powermatic and it will never do that. Or something along those lines.
Yeah. Hodge says, "It's so nice, Blair. You should buy yourself one. You deserve it." Says the man who has one. All right, Rob CP's in. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob, how the f are you? Sorry, I have to do that because he's one of the most swearing person that I know. I love it.
You don't want to get reviewed like Charles Daring all the time.
Mike, the Midnight Joker's in. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
No, John. Barrel's a barrel, mate. No matter what. Doesn't matter what species.
Stop getting on that one.
Gavs today, Woodwork just showed up. Said, "Hey everyone."
Hi, Gav.
Can you use your hand? Okay, I can't. Mark, can you hear John?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, it's just really blurry.
Am I trying to breathe fire? No, I'm just vaping.
It's
Saves
the
me
dragon
smoking.
in him.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Blair, I think I might head out. I gotta do a bunch of tests, so.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for popping in.
Oh, no problem. I sent you a friend request too on Facebook, so.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll pop in after this.
I'll send you a picture of my parents' front yard of all the firewood we have. You'd drool over the pile. You'd be turning bowls for years.
Well, see, John, we just need to get you turning. That's all.
Well, I do have a small lathe, but I haven't got it out of the box yet.
Well,
I don't
buddy,
have
let's
time.
get you going, man.
Well, maybe one day. But
All right. Well, you have a good day. Thanks again.
you too. See you,
Take
Mark.
care, Johnny. Cheers.
All right. So you know what? I'm actually liking the looks of this. So I may just turn it around and let's put it in the chuck and start doing the front.
Yep.
But first, we need a little Mountain Dew. Oh, baby. So you don't know what you're going to turn later on today, huh?
Nope. Not a clue. I've got 4 or 5 blanks down there. I'll line them up on the lathe and I'll let the people in the chat choose.
So what's your favorite wood to turn?
I've got 2. There's you and olive. Well, I do love turning olive wood. I think actually olive wood is probably my favorite.
Ooh, small problem. Yeah,
You've got to trim that nub
every
off,
time
haven't you?
I've seen somebody turn olive, it's pretty. I definitely like to try it.
I've turned
And-
a few olive pens and wands. I've never had a piece big enough to turn a bowl out of, but it smells and cuts like butter, and it just smells so beautiful. It makes the workshop smell like a delicatessen. It's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must be interesting.
I'm not turning a finial with a skew. No, not using the skew.
Why?
No.
You turn a finial with a skew?
Everybody says I'm okay with a skew. I'm terrified of the bloody thing. I hate using them.
I don't know.
There's going to be a bowl tonight, but I just don't know what from.
I think I almost do better using a skew than I do like a bowl gouge. Now, this is going to be shameful, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to just throw it out there. So I do have an Instagram, and I'm doing a challenge on Instagram. It's actually just kind of maybe a study. This is day 4 that I am doing I need a spindle gouge, and I'm pointing it towards Robert Sorby. So every time I do one, I send him a link that I'm doing this for Robert Sorby. So hopefully, if I get 30 days into this, maybe he'll send me a spindle gouge just for promotion's sake. I know it's shameful, but I'm trying it, and let's see what happens. So Robert Sorby, if you're watching, I really need a spindle gouge. I unfortunately can't afford it. I would love to promote Robert Sorby tools. Just saying.
Gav from Today Woodwork says, send me your address on Insta, Blair. He's got a spare 3/8. It's not Sorby though, but it's still Sheffield steel. That's nice.
Who said that?
Gav Today Woodworks.
Oh, Gav, you would be the man. I'll even pay for shipping. So if you look me up on Good Turn Daily or Blair Denny, you'll find me there.
Blair, have you got YouTube open?
Yeah, no, I don't.
No? Okay. Because I thought I'd put your link for your... Because they had me as a moderator, and I can put the link in for your Instagram. I've just copied it.
Hold tight just a second. Okay, so I've got YouTube open. How do I do that?
If you find a comment that I just made, or I'll just make, there's 3 dots on the right-hand side. So I've just said hi. There's 3 dots on the right-hand side. If you tap those 3 dots, it'll say add moderator.
You are now a moderator, sir.
There we go. I shall try that again then.
I just learned something new today.
Now I have a spanner. There's Blair's Instagram link for his Instagram.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Here's where it gets scary.
That's right, Hodge. Earworm to the stars, mate. Can a bowl be turned with a skew? Not really.
Yeah.
You could, but you'd have to, in the inside, you'd have to use it as a scraper, and it would take forever.
Yeah, that's kind of rough going. But if you ever do it, I want to watch.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see how well this does. And you know, the thing is this is just, it's light. There's not heavy anywhere.
Yeah. I was just thinking it looks like it looks and sounds like it should be heavy as hell, but the way you were throwing it about then, I thought, yeah, that looks really light.
God, I still need to take some off there, off that foot. Huh. Okay.
Douglas, yeah, you could do the outside with a skew, but why would you want to? You wouldn't want to.
And actually, Douglas, sometimes I will actually use a skew if I want to use it as a scraper to just kind of
Yeah,
make it a
negative
little
rake.
bit smoother. Yeah,
Yeah.
negative rake. But yeah, for the most part, it's just not wise.
Take that key out of the chuck.
Yeah, I did that the other day, and I felt so stupid.
Oh, crap! You did really? Did you?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I left it in there, and I just wasn't thinking. Flip, and it flipped down on my foot, and it went. Oh, all right. It's still out of kilter, but hopefully I can do this quick enough to.
Hodge is asking, is your headstock loose?
That's no, it's tight.
Okay.
It's just this is a cheaper lathe than yeah.
Yeah, I've
Turn
been
the
known
skew
to
down
use a
little
skew
bit.
to form a mortise dovetail. And the tenon. If I shape the tenon as a dovetail, I do that as well with a skew. Douglas Myers says, challenge for me tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're going to be sorely disappointed then, because I'm not using a skew. I
So I'm
use the
not going
skew
to
to
accept the
tint the
challenge.
wax. What's that, mate?
Not going to accept the challenge to do a skew.
No. No. Seth says he uses a bolt gouge to do everything. Benefits of the 40/40 grind.
There's a lot of people that's all they will use, and I don't understand that because there's so many tools that make your life easier. And
I've used a 40/40 grind on the outside of a bowl, and I will admit, when I got the bevel floating, because you don't ride the bevel, you just have it floating, it does do an awesome cut. It takes off a lot of wood. That's exactly right. Rub it up. That's all the skew's good for. Opening tins of wax and paint. I'm such a heathen.
all right, that's a little close. There we go. Okay, let's see how out of round it is. Yep.
It's hitting your tool rest, isn't it?
Yeah. Robert's right. I mean, this thing is like bopping around, and I know it's not round, but anyway.
Hodgepodge wants to know, is the tailstock mortise engaged?
A little bit. It's shifted. Matter of fact, this is shifted too. And this is soft enough that it's just likely to move. That's about as tight as that's going to get for now. I may have to just keep coming back and keep tightening this.
Douglas wants to know, have you moved the tailstock and then not realigned it? Or moved the headstock, sorry, and not realigned it?
No. Just for giggles, let's do that. So we'll pop that out, give her a shift. That's locked into place. Let's tighten that thing down a little bit. Try that.
TF turns in. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Welcome, sir.
And then wind that tailstock right in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's
okay.
We're good. That's better. Speed this up a little bit. I really hate how that bogs down. That's also one good thing for the glove is when you start doing stuff and it's hot coming off of there, it doesn't burn your finger. Trying to decide if I want to keep that lip on there or not. Maybe just a little bit, but with that gone, huh?
Yeah.
All of this end grain in here. Oof.
Hodgepodge just said that Pete made a point during his live. If the wood shavings are hot, it means your tool needs sharpening.
And that's exactly where I just went.
Yep.
Good call, Hodge. Actually, switch up just a teeny bit. Yeah, it kind of helped the edge a little bit, but I don't know. Sometimes having it on the rougher side kind of gives it character. Here's that crack I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I'm not real worried about it.
Doesn't seem to go down too deep inside the bowl, does it?
No, not really. It's more, if anything, if I catch, this piece might pop. But I mean, still, it's pretty broad. And you know, we could probably throw a little CA in there and it wouldn't hurt. You know, throw caution. Yeah, let's see. And just throw some in there. Oh, come on. Now that's not fair. I'm squeezing
What?
this tube and it's squeezing out more air than glue. Are you kidding me? That's all they gave me? Wow. Yeah, there was, I think, more air in that tube than CA. Okay, well, we'll let that sit for a minute. And anybody else have any questions? And anybody else want to join us on the panel? You're more than welcome to. And let's throw the link in here one more time. Oh, yeah. By the way, Rob, that mini goblet with the captured ring, are you serious? That was sick.
He's reckoning he's done one less than a millimeter.
No.
Pictures or it didn't happen. That's all I'm going to say. I could do a hollow form, Douglas, but the only problem with hollow forms, they take a long time and they're boring to watch because you guys can't see what I'm doing. Because I have to turn the headstock and I can't get a camera view of the hollowing out. So they are a little bit sort of boring for the viewers.
And I'm with you, Mark. I may end up returning to this one on a second time just because we're almost at an hour now. But that's okay. That's future project that we can do maybe next week.
Yeah.
I like to keep these at an hour because, you know, there's other people that want to come in, and you know, I really appreciate looks like we've got 16 people hanging out in here. You guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out and chatting with us and supporting my channel. I'm a small fish in a great big huge pond, but I love doing the turning, and I love the friendship that I've got from a lot of the other turners, and also the other communities that are out there. So
same here.
So anyway, well, tell you what, we'll leave it here. We'll go ahead and call it a day. And Mark, thanks much for being an earworm.
No problem. Anytime.
And everybody else out there, you guys have a good day, good evening. And Doug, I certainly hope so. Join me next week, and let's see where else it's going to go. So,
yep.
Everybody, thanks again. Mark, thank you.
No problem.
And I'm going to hit the bloody button.
Hit the bloody button. Bye, everybody.